What's up, beautiful people? This is Rick, and today we're gonna see not only how much money you should have based on your age, but also how to get there and beyond, because in this channel we are for facts and plans. Now, before throwing numbers and plans at you, the very first step you need to take is calculating your net worth, which sounds like such a cool word when you're Elon Musk and you can say, my net worth is 240 billion. All hail the king. Now, your net worth is a much better financial measure than your income. In fact, you've probably heard many times of rich people going bankrupt like Mike Tyson, 50 Cent, or Nicolas Cage. Your net worth is your assets minus your liabilities. The thing you have that have value minus the thing that rob you from value. So the first thing you need to do is pick up a paper and a pen, or a phone, or a laptop, or whatever, and list all of your assets. This includes your investment accounts, your checking accounts, your savings accounts, your retirement accounts, your 401ks, your HSAs, your IRAs, your life insurance policy if you have one, and above all, your home value if you own one. You should also include valuable like jewelry, cash, and the current resale value of your car if you own one. The second step is adding up all of your liabilities. This includes your credit card balances, your vehicle loans, your student loans, any kind of debt, anything and everything where you own money. And if you're still paying a mortgage, let me clarify how to consider this because there is a lot of confusion in this topic. In your assets, as I told you before, you write the value of your house, which is essentially the market value that you get by selling the house today. Let's assume $300,000. In your liabilities, you need to write the principal that you still have to pay in order to extinguish the mortgage. Let's say, for example, $200,000. So basically your home equity in this case would be $300,000 minus $200,000 equal $100,000. And this is basically the value that you would get today out of your house if you sold it for $300,000 and had to pay back $200,000 to close the mortgage. Now, since we're calculating your total net worth, not only the net worth of your house, what you do here is you take the sum of all your assets and subtract the sum of your liabilities from it. Assets minus liability gives you your equity or net worth. So now you might say, damn, it's a negative value. Am I poor? Well, don't worry. People in their 20s and sometimes even in their 30s have a negative net worth, but it's nothing you can repair. That's what this video is for, right? The US Federal Reserve made a study on the average net worth of an American family, and it came out that this value was $748,800 in 2019. But don't freak out if you're not there yet, because lucky for you, the average is not the best measure when it comes to finance, because this number is actually incredibly pumped up by a minority of super rich people, which are far, far away from reality. So when it comes to this, you should always take median values. And the median net worth of an American family in 2019 was $121,760. Is it much? It doesn't matter, because we're gonna see the value by age, and we're also gonna see what your net worth should be compared to the median value. So starting with the 20s, your net worth at 20 years old should be $0. That's right. If you have anything in your wallet, go burn it, because otherwise you're richer than the rest.
Hey fellas, look what I found in my pocket. Look, a year's salary right here. What I call them? Fun coupons.
No. Forget that. I want you to be richer, actually. So, you know when the new year comes and you set your resolution for next year? Well, this is your resolution if you're in your 20s. First of all, go talk to your employer or HR department and find out if they enrolled you in a workplace plan. If they didn't, open both a 401k and a Roth IRA. You can open a 401k when you're 21, and a 401k is a great thing because for every dollar you pay into it, the employer contributes up to $1 himself. If your employer already set you up with a 401k automatically, most likely your contribution rate was set way too low. So let it change, because remember that you can contribute up to $22,500 per year, and you should try to do it all. The second plan that you need is a Roth IRA, where IRA stands for Individual Retirement Account, and you can use it for investing. The good thing about a Roth IRA is that it offers tax-free growth of your investments and tax-free withdrawals in retirement if you withdraw the money after the age of 59 and a half and have owned your account for at least 5 years. The only downside of your Roth IRA is that, unfortunately, you can't use it for all your investments. In fact, you can contribute with no more than $6,500 per year if you're younger than 50 and $7,500 if you're older. Next to the retirement accounts, you need to fix your expense habits and start saving at least 10 to 15% of your income. Now guys, when you're 20, honestly, most of your expenses are wants, not needs. Maybe you live with your parents, you probably don't have kids, usually don't have great responsibilities. So this is the one and only decade in your life in which you can save an enormous amount of money without big effort. So even if everybody talks about saving 10, 15%, try to aim for more, even 50% or more if you can. And the good thing is that thanks to compound interest on your investments, what you invest in this decade is also going to be what can make you a millionaire. If you want to know more about this, after watching this video, check out my video on how to become a millionaire on a low salary. But after watching this video. Alright, the next milestone is 30. The median net worth for people this age is $13,900. But this is the real median net worth. It doesn't have to be your net worth. In fact, by 30, Fidelity says that you should have the equivalent of your annual salary saved. If you earn $55,000 per year, for example, by your 30th birthday, you should have $55,000 saved. So the fact that the median American has only $13,900 doesn't mean you can get lazy. The 20s might have been your decade for calibrating, but in your 30s, you need to stay focused. If in your 20s you were saving only 5 or 10%, or maybe you were squandering all your money, well, now it's time to double down on it. Not on the squandering, on the saving. Go for at least 20%, and if you can, even more. I personally save 50% of my salary or even more, and I'm in my 30s, so you have no excuses. One important thing is debts. You gotta get rid of those as soon as you can if they have a high interest rate, like your credit card debt. When you pay a debt with an interest rate of like 10%, it's literally like you're investing your money in an investment that gives you 10%. Recently, I thought it wasn't exactly on a one-to-one relation, but I can confirm it is. Alright, what about retirement plans? If you didn't start with 401k and Roth IRA at 20, it's time to do it now. And if you contributed to a workplace retirement plan in your 20s, don't blow it by cashing out when you change job. Unfortunately, when you leave a job, they offer you the option of cashing out your workplace plans. And most people do it. Well, don't. There may be taxes and a 10% early withdrawal penalty. Moreover, you've just robbed your future self of valuable retirement money. And since we're talking about changing jobs, if you've been working at the same company and you see that your salary is not growing enough or that you aren't really advancing with your career, it might be time to rethink yourself and move up on a new career. And if you haven't done it so far, it's also time to subscribe to my channel because it's free and has a huge return on investment because you're getting new content on finance and investing for free from the Italian Mano Ginobili. Alright, by 40 you should have 3 times your annual income saved and invested somewhere. So if your income is $50,000 per year, times 3, you would need $150,000 by 40. The average American, or better said, the median American, is a bit behind on this, with a median net worth of $91,300. If you're in your 40s right now, I suggest you carefully consider your net worth and also your savings. You need to make sure that they're gonna be enough for your future, and if they're not, you need to double down on investing and saving. Remember that right now your salary, if you keep the same line of job, is probably almost at the peak, and it's not gonna grow immensely from now on. So it's all up to you and how you deal with savings and investing. The biggest suggestion I can give you is to continue contributing to your 401k and your Roth IRA, save as much as possible from your salary, and if you haven't done it before, automate your money transfer to your brokerage account every month, and even the purchase of broad-based ETFs like VOO, VTI, or something value-related like SHD. If you automate the purchase of this ETF with an amount per month, you're using the so-called DCA method, dollar cost average, which is the best way to invest if you're not Warren Buffett. In your 50s, the first thing you need to do is to estimate your retirement income. Online calculators will give you a ballpark, and for an estimation, you can use the calculator of the US Social Security website, that I will link in the description below. At 50, you should have 6 times your annual income saved and invested somewhere. So for an $80,000 salary, it means around $500,000 saved or invested. If you did your duty in your 40s, 30s, or even in your 20s, your 50s is the decade where compound interest takes over and starts to grow your money faster than you're able to contribute to it. So for example, if you have $500,000 invested in the S&P 500 and it returns an average of 10% per year, that 10% represents $50,000 per year. And this is for most people more than what they can contribute with savings and investing. If you're far behind on this or on your retirement money, well, saving as much as possible remains job number 1. Downsizing or starting side jobs are also 2 good steps to take. If you're overspending and you think all your money is going to your needs, downsizing your needs might do the trick. If there's no way, then consider starting a side job to earn more money. By the way, once you turn 50, Uncle Sam allows you to save even more in your 401k and your IRA. The total contribution for 401k accounts is $30,000 per year and $7,500 for your IRAs. Oh, and if you want to know how your fellow Americans are doing, the median net worth for 50 years is $168,600. By your 60s, you're finally close to retirement, and here you should have 8 times your annual income saved and invested. If your goal after retirement is to live off your investments, consider that with a balanced free fund portfolio, you're gonna get at least 4% return per year, which means that $500,000 invested would generate $20,000 per year. So if you want to know exactly how much you need invested if you want to live off it, you can take your annual spending and multiply it by 25. So for example, if you spend $35,000 per year, you'd need $875,000 invested to get this $35,000 per year with a 4% rate of return. But please always consider inflation. If you spend $35,000 per year, you're gonna spend more than $35,000 in the future because of inflation. And if you retire by 67, you must consider you will most likely have to cover on average 20 more years of expenses. I know it's not a nice solution, but if you fear that you're not gonna have enough money after retirement, consider waiting until 70 to start collecting Social Security. Oh, and before I forget, the median net worth at 60 years of age in America is $212,500. Now, no matter how old you are, I think the most important thing when it comes to investing is to learn how to have your finances under control. It's not like people spend all their money because they don't care about it. Sometimes it's just because they have no idea how they're spending it. The simple fact that if you take the time to acknowledge that if you spend $6 a day for coffees, you actually spend over $2,000 per year is going to help you make better financial decisions. And the fact that if you instead invest those $6 per day on an ETF that gives you 10% per year, you're going to get over $400,000 out of it after 30 years, well, that's hard to believe, but true. If you haven't done it so far, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because every step you take towards informing yourself about finance and investing is going to really help you in life. And there's no better way than learning from other people's mistakes. I wish you a great day, my friends, and I'll see you in the next video.